Good morning, dear students. Today we'll start a new chapter, the Summit Within. Introduction. Major H.P.S. Ahluwalia was a member of the first successful Indian expedition to Mount Everest in 1965. In this lesson, he has talked about his experiences of climbing the world's highest summit. He tells the readers how the physical conquest changes one on a personal and spiritual level. After talking about climbing the physical summit, he has also talked about the task of climbing this summit within. Main points in the chapter. The author begins the story by telling the readers about the rush of multiple emotions he felt as he stood on the highest point of Mount Everest. The huge panorama below them made them feel little and modest. Climbing up to the top had made him so tired that his physical strength was glad it was over. However, rather than feeling proud and joyous of having climbed the highest peak, he could feel some sadness within him. The only probable reason for this feeling could be that he had now become proficient by climbing the highest point, and all the roads from that point will only lead downwards. The author writes that whenever he thinks about having climbed the summit of Everest, he cannot help but think about another significant summit which is of the mind, which is not easier to climb either. It is not any less challenging. Once he had climbed Everest, returned and recovered from the physical exhaustion, he began to ask himself the reason as to why he climbed the highest peak. It was quite difficult to understand why the accomplishment had such an impact on his imagination all the time, even when it was a thing of the past. He knew that as each day passed, the experience would get old. At that very moment, he was unsure if the memory would remain or fade away slowly. All the thoughts that came into the author's mind made him ask himself as to why people climb mountains. It is not that easy to answer. In the simplest way possible, it could be because it is there. Climbing a mountain poses great challenges, and we all know that overcoming these obstacles brings pleasure to climbers. In climbing a mountain, these obstacles are physical, such as tolerance, willpower, and determination to keep you going. The exhibition of these physical qualities and one's awareness towards them, on the other hand, is thrilling, and same was the case for the author. The author seems to have a more personal answer to this question as to why he wanted to climb mountains. He had been immensely attracted by mountains since his childhood. He used to feel lost and unhappy in the plains when he was away from the mountains. He feels mountains are nature in its best form. Although their magnificence and beauty pose a significant challenge, the author, along with a lot of people, believe that mountains provide a platform for sharing personal thoughts and feelings directly with God. Once having found out why to climb mountains, the question why Everest remains. Probably because it is the highest in the world and has resisted many attempts of people trying to climb it. To reach the summit of Everest, it asks for every bit of energy in one's body. It is a harsh struggle with ice and huge rocks. Once you have taken this hard challenge, there is no option for you to give up midway, even if life is at stake. Because the passage backwards poses the same difficulties and challenges as the passage upwards. When finally, after overcoming all these obstacles, one reaches the summit, these are feelings of accomplishment, excitement, joy, victory, and happiness. There is a feeling of having fought a battle and won. The author mentions how looking at another peak transported him to another world. He experienced a change within himself which can only be called mystical. The peak attracted the author to itself with the help of its greatness, beauty, serenity, and the difficulties it poses on the way. He says it was a challenge difficult to resist. The author looks back and discovers that he had not yet revealed why he actually climbed Everest. He compares it by asking a question as to why one breathes, or why one helps one's neighbor, or why one does a good deed. It is impossible to find an answer to these questions. He also mentions the fact that Everest is not just a physical climb, but it changes the person in a way that makes him aware how small he and his problems are in this infinite universe. Thank you.